What's up, guys? Behind these doors is a place I've wanted to show you guys for a long time. We are here at customer Kevin's shop. We're gonna check out his car collection. This guy's got more rust than paint in this shop, which I personally love. So let's check it out. Alright guys, most of you will probably recognize pretty much everything that's in this shop, mostly because we've touched everything in this shop. So, without further ado, let's dive into some of these vehicles. This is Kevin. I don't know if have we had you on like the actual, I think this is the first time.
Want to see me.
Everyone, this is Kevin, and you want to see him as much as he doesn't want you to see him. So, I guess we'll just start with, first and foremost, we'll start with Entropy. So, what is the story behind this truck?
This is the farm truck, or work truck as I call it. We started this, I bought it out of Mountain Home. It was in crates and boxes and on a trailer. It's an Air Force truck. It's been in Mountain Home for many years. It's pretty cool. There's still Air Force stickers on it and things that I like. I like the armed forces and the people that protect us. So we bought it, brought it home, and I started with the idea of painting it and finishing it and making it look nice like you see out there. And I realized this has more character than any truck I can ever build. So I like things that are fast and I like things that are loud, but I like it to look old.
This definitely checks all those boxes.
It's pretty fast and it's loud enough. My wife will actually ride in that vehicle with me. There's some of them that she will not ride in with me. So built it and driven it all over. It's usually a daily driver. Probably see it around Boise if you're out and about, because it drives all over.
And if you see him, ask him to do a burnout, because he's one of the few people that probably will.
I will do a burnout. I enjoy burnouts.
Alright, so I know you like this thing to be kind of sleeper status, but let's open up the hood and let's show them what's underneath. You guys remember we did some valve covers for this thing not too long ago, had the folks at Creative Wraps do a cool little machine piece on the firewall. So, yeah, he's got some beef underneath his hood. So, we have a Pro Charger set up from, I think just Pro Charger if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I am not the car guy that knows all the details. I'm the car guy that will drive them.
He does drive them.
Will break them.
This is our favorite thing about Kevin, is we actually know how well our builds hold up, because if there is a place that any of this will break, that's the man who's gonna find it. And he does find them.
We've torn the frame a couple times, but Kenny fixes it all. Him and his crew, they get it all put back together.
Somehow, some way, they're pretty good at that. So this thing, what was the horsepower figures last time to check?
We started with an LS2, we put the Pro Charger on it. We're somewhere in the 800 horsepower range. Doesn't mean it goes fast, because it doesn't really hold onto the road very well. But I can get sideways pretty quickly.
Yep. And this one actually made it all the way down to Colorado. It's pretty much issue-free, right?
It had a transmission problem. But
that's right. Your transmission was getting a little hot.
I think it had a transmission problem from my driving.
More or less. But yeah, this truck is one of my personal favorites. I love everything about it. And the, I know there was parts that were like real patina, how it came. What are the parts that we kind of embellished a little bit?
Real patina is really the front clip, hood, and the back fenders. The cab, when I bought it, somebody had already started body work on it. So it was Bondo and gray primer, mostly this green primer. So Sean McNally with Regenerated Rides fixed it, made it look like patina. But the rear fenders, the front hood, front clip, that's all real patina.
All right. We're gonna move from one rusty ride on to, I don't want to say my personal favorite, because that might offend some people, but I absolutely love this car. Let's just start from the beginning. Where'd the body come from? Because that's all we had to start with in the beginning.
We had a body and a motor. And I bought that from one of the guys at Kenny's, and kind of in as a challenge. They wanted to build it in 30 days, and I just wanted something wicked, stupid, not practical whatsoever.
30 work days, we're not overhauling.
30 work days.
We have other stuff we gotta work on too, unfortunately. But yes, that was a 30 work day build. It was super cool, full custom frame. That is probably the only known about Roots Blown LS that we know about. So if there is one, link us below, help us find it. We would love to get in touch with the guys, because we get questions all the time on this motor. And really, it's just a custom adapter plate, and it's pretty much everything else is just figuring out the rest, how to get it to run. And this one, I can't remember the blower size on this. What do we got?
I think it's a 671.
I think it is too.
People call it a rat rod. I've always been frankly scared of rat rods, because I As much as I like to go fast, I like to also feel like I'm going to survive. So I would drive this anywhere. Driven it to hundreds of miles from here with no issues.
And that's kind of the dilemma behind this. I mean, rat rods are supposed to be sketchy, falling apart. You don't really know if you're gonna make it, and that's the whole part of it. This car's, I mean, just solid through and through, no issues whatsoever.
But just mostly played with it. My buddy's done some art on it, and we did a custom hood ornament. It's more than anything, it's just something fun and practical. And
This one, I think, has more your personality than pretty much anything else here.
I would agree.
All right.
And my wife will not ride now.
Oh, what? That's the one that everyone wants to ride in, man.
Let's go for a ride.
Yep, and you actually will see this driving around. None of these cars are garage queens by any means. All of these cars you'll see out on the road here around Boise. We have another pickup here.
This is a 50 Chevy, and all of that is patina. That is original. Original can be. Sat in a barn for years. A buddy of mine found it. We put it together. It's got an LS1. It's not fast. It's not slow. This actually drove to Colorado also, and this had no issues. This is probably the most reliable vehicle I have.
I'll say this is a solid cruiser. Chad is the one that drove this to Colorado, and he actually couldn't get over just how easy and how smooth and how comfortable it actually is to be in. It doesn't feel like an old rig at all.
It runs good.
It's got the right setup. I mean, that thing is just solid through and through. If you need just a good looking patina truck that you can trust anywhere, that's probably the one I'd take.
I would agree.
I would agree too. All right, now what's hiding on the other side of the rack here? We got the square body. This thing was also with us in Colorado. Pretty much all of Kevin's trucks went to Colorado with us. Who was driving this?
So this one was driven by my dad and my brother. This was a project that Kenny will laugh. I started it. I got it torn apart. I got it screwed up royally. I took it to Kenny and he had to fix it. It's just a square body that my son and I started building, and then this is more capability than I have. So it's got a 350 motor, and it ran as good as this one did, as the 50 did to Colorado.
Yep,
It's a fun car to drive.
Yep, two solid trucks. I mean, they're just not over the top. They're not underdone. They're perfectly done, in my opinion, and they drive, and that's our favorite part. We don't like to make stuff that just sits around. And then up there,
So
we have an up-and-comer.
Yeah, this is a 51 Merc. Somebody's done some work to it in the past. I've had it for a couple years. Original drivetrain, runs good. Right now I got a brake issue, so it doesn't stop that well, but
You need that every now and then. You need every now and
it's
then.
excitement. It doesn't go fast, but it'll get your heart racing a couple times.
So we will have a full. This is the thing, is getting the works, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we got a chassis waiting for it, which is actually coming back here because we need more room. But yeah, this thing will be getting the full KRS workover. We're gonna do anything and everything to it, and we have the render. I don't know if we've released the render or not, but I'll put that right here so you guys can see.
I don't think you have, because I haven't seen the render.
You haven't seen the Okay. All right, well, we'll drop the render right here so you guys have an idea of what we're after with this thing, but that is gonna be one wicked, wicked ride. Now, something that KRS doesn't usually do, but we have done, we have bikes. And you remember this one, this was the bike that Bryce built when he first got hired. I personally love classic Euro bikes. This thing is just awesome. It's got meaty tires. It's got the right paint job. Regenerator Rides did an awesome job on it. And this thing is just cool, man. Have you taken it in the dirt yet?
I haven't. I want to. It's not mine. My other son has.
Oh,
Yeah.
we gotta get him to throw some,
And he rides it all the time. It's, I don't know, what is it, 35 degrees outside?
something like that.
And it's sitting here not because that's where I store it. He must have been riding it this morning.
That is
Yeah, he
awesome.
rides it all.
That's good, man. That's how they're supposed to be.
Yep.
Put it to the test. He's got some tires on here. You might as well use them, right?
He'll run around in the dirt. He's had it down on the dirt roads. And
We have a very nostalgic piece. This is your latest acquirance.
this is a 41 Harley, a 41 FL. Just barely got it. We're still trying to figure out all the parts and pieces of it. We'll leave it the way it is, and someday go race it in the sand. But I'm a Harley guy. I like Harleys. We've ridden all over the country on them. It'll be a fun bike to ride.
And my favorite part about this is that's all original, and we got it started not too long ago. You think you could do it again? Think I could put you on the spot? I have a video for further proof if this doesn't work, but we'll give him a chance to show it off real quick.
See what happens.
don't know anything about Harleys, but that thing's from the 40s and it snap, crackles, and pops. That's awesome, man. That's all you need right there.
That's all you need.
There you go. But KRS will actually not be touching this bike, unfortunately, as much as I love it and would love to see it in the shop. I think it's better off with someone who knows, quite frankly, a lot about these, because I don't think many of us know anything.
It needs to stay the way it is. You can't make this any cooler than it is.
No, absolutely not. Look at that, man. That's character. Everything in the shop is. So I guess another random question. How'd you acquire all the signs? Just...
It's been over years. I've always liked them. I collected them in high school and then looked for my collection one day and my mom had thrown them all away. I don't think there's a collection, but probably 3 or 4 signs. I just like the advertising. I like the colors. I like the old stuff.
I think you've definitely fit the theme of the shop all the way through and through. I love this. It's decorated perfectly. Man, you really got a guy string down here. We're gonna have to put a fence up after this to keep people out. Maybe. All right, guys. Well, this is Kevin's shop. Another awesome customer, KRS, and we've got so many more builds coming up with them. Builds that are already at the shop. I mean, we're always doing something, aren't we?
There's a few things going on.
There's always stuff going on. So we'll catch you guys soon. We'll have pictures and stuff of all this collection coming out here pretty soon. So stay tuned.